Hello and welcome back to the Icons of Sin. Me and Chris are back, but we're not alone, are we, Chris?
No, we're not. Today we have a special guest.
Yes, and who is that?
As the other member of my channel is Chon from Chon Games.
Yeah, hello. I guess this is more of a Chon Games podcast today. I'm outnumbered. Yeah.
Fun.
How are you guys doing?
Yeah, we're good, man. Good. Just fed the dog.
Oh, that's good. You're just chilling now, sleeping now.
Well, maybe.
So you guys already do, obviously, Chris, part of the Icons of Sin, but you also have the Choncast as well, which you do occasionally, don't you? You guys both do the Choncast together.
Yes, we were actually. I was talking to Micah, the other person that I did the first Choncast with.
Yeah.
I was talking to him lately about doing the second one, but obviously he's got his college work and he's got a job, so it's even though I've got all the free time in the world at the moment, it's just hard to try and find the right time.
Yeah. That's fair enough.
Yeah, so
that was going to be on Doom, right?
I think we changed it just to talk about our favourite games, so we don't have to do much research.
Yeah. These episodes are way easier when we just chat. I must admit, they're so much easier. We will get back to doing some more in-depth stuff, but it's really nice just having these game chats. Speaking of which, what have you guys been playing lately?
The Witcher.
3 or 1 or 2?
3.
Dude,
I don't play anything else. Just The Witcher.
It's such a good game. That game blew me away.
I'm on my second playthrough at the moment.
Do you know, I still haven't completed my first playthrough. I've taken so long with that game because I love it so much. I just want to take as much time as I can with it and just do every little side quest and every little thing. I'm awful at RPGs for getting distracted and just doing other stuff. So, yeah. It's taken me a long time. But, oh man, Witcher 3 is great. Have you got all the expansion packs and whatnot?
Yeah, I bought the Game of the Year edition.
Oh, great.
So,
Yeah.
And I got all the little free downloads and everything like that,
Awesome.
so you can change the skins.
That's great. You were doing was it you were doing the playthrough of Diablo 3 as well, weren't you, recently? Reaper of Souls?
Yeah, I was. I've never really understood the draw of Diablo until I decided to play it. It was cheap on the store. Everyone was raving about Diablo 2, and I was like,
well Diablo 2 is tremendous.
Yeah, I couldn't find it for obviously on PS4 or anything.
No, I think it's pretty much PC exclusive, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think it was on PS3.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I think it was.
Oh, cool.
But obviously, I couldn't get it, so I was like, I'll just go with number 3. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
It's really addictive. I guess comparable to newer games, I guess like Borderlands kind of thing. It's very much about the loot and getting cool loot and leveling up. Diablo 3 was a bit of a mess when it launched, but the Reaper of Souls expansion kind of fixed a lot, and it's a really good game now. It's really good fun.
Yeah.
Chris,
the only problem I get with it is it's repetitive a little bit.
Oh yeah, but that is kind of always been the way Diablo is, to be honest. It is just it's one of those games I really like. I was actually playing Diablo 2 before. I was playing Diablo 2 waiting for you guys to say that you were ready. So I was actually playing Diablo 2 about 5 minutes ago. And the thing I love about those games is I tend to just drop into them and do like half hour and then drop out again. Yeah. The story's always really good. I actually think he's got a really good narrative, the Diablo games. But the gameplay is very repetitive and kind of grindy, which is weird because, as I normally say to Chris, I don't really like grindy games, but sometimes certain games just get me in the right way. And yeah, I think it's that it's the loot thing, It's the I just want to see what the next sword I can get or the next piece of armor I can get,
in RuneScape.
Yeah, RuneScape. Oh my god, I had a RuneScape addiction at one point.
I think everyone did.
Yeah, I suppose when everyone had the internet, it was just like, oh yes, it was that or Ultima Online. So yeah.
Actually, I had a big. I was addicted to playing MapleStory. You probably haven't heard of it.
I haven't heard of it. Tell me about it.
It's like little chibi characters, like kind of little cute anime characters.
Yeah.
But it's
like the super deformed kind of thing.
Well, it's hard to describe. kind of just small.
Big head, small body.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ish. And it's a 2D platformer.
Okay.
But it's an MMO, so if you choose
Awesome.
different classes like wizard, warrior, assassin, stuff like that, and then you level up. And it is obviously a 2D platformer, but you go around doing quests, killing monsters and stuff. It's I believe it's a Korean game, but it is so cool. I spent so many hours on that with my friends back in school.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Nice. What have you been playing, Chris? Lately?
I've actually only been playing Call of Duty, the Warzone bit.
I still haven't got in on that. We said last time that might be cross-platform, so I need to check that out.
It is. Yeah, there we go. It is cross-platform.
It's done through the Activision servers instead of being done through PlayStation servers.
Dude, we need to get.
But
on
yeah,
that.
I've just been playing that really.
Well, I might have to join you soon.
Oh, definitely, because you can do it single. Duos, trios, or quads. So we could do a duo, just me and you on the squad.
Oh, nice. Well,
but yeah, it's a 150 person battle royale thing, and yesterday I came 11th on a solo out of 150.
Dude, that's really good, especially considering how many cheaters there are in that game. From what I've seen, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I was well chuffed.
Is the cheating thing still an issue? I know I read it was like a big issue early on, but they might have just patched it out now. I don't know.
I think there's on Xbox and computer there's been quite a lot of cheaters. I have actually never personally encountered one, so
I guess it's a bit harder on consoles.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I guess it's a bit more locked down on consoles. But yeah, interesting. Anyway,
what have you been playing lately, then, Durs?
Well, I was playing Diablo 2 about 5 minutes ago. So that was a big one. I also got for in the this I think it was this Steam sale of some kind. Actually, it might have been like Cyber Monday or something. I picked up Squadrons for 20 quid. So I've been playing Star Wars Squadrons.
Oh, Star Wars Squadrons. Right.
Yeah,
that's
very
the.
fun. It's what? Sorry.
That's the new one. It's almost like
It's like X-Wing versus TIE kind of deal.
Yeah.
It's really good. I'm really impressed. It's got a really nice single player campaign. It's good. It's always any excuse to get the flight stick out and play with the HOTAS is fun. So yeah, it's been really good. I've been playing that like a couple of nights this week.
I think we talked about this last week that I want to get Ace Combat 7.
Yeah.
And I really want to get a flight stick that's compatible with the PS4.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
You need a
also,
HOTAS of some sort.
Yeah, I've also found out that the Ace Combat 7 is also VR compatible.
Oh, nice.
So I really want to get a VR set for PlayStation and the flight stick, just go full fighter pilot. I want to do it
that
so
would
badly.
be incredible.
So
that
expensive.
game looks amazing. The graphics in that game look absolutely stunning.
See, I actually did. I ordered it and then I had to cancel it because of shorter money. So I had to get gas instead.
Do you know
we can?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that does happen. Funny enough, I actually tried to order it once, and I think the Steam store was down. I couldn't. It wouldn't complete my order, and it was on sale for like £16 or something.
It was on sale for £16 on the PlayStation store the other day.
It's gone back up.
Friday, and I didn't have the money. I was just looking at the screen, shaking my controller.
I checked it the next day, and it had gone up in price, and I was like, well, I'm not buying it now. I literally could have had it for almost £15 like a day ago. But yeah, that looks like a great game. Yeah, I'm going to get that at some point when it's on sale again, I think. But
before we get onto the actual topic,
yeah,
guess what?
What?
I've got John interested in Warhammer. He's looking into starting an army.
Oh, nice.
Gaming.
Awesome. Yeah, that's good fun, especially once this the pandemic is done. Getting around a table with a bunch of you playing that is good times.
Well,
Bloody sirens going off here again. I don't know if my mic's picking that up, but it's like constantly. As soon as I start a podcast, the sirens start every time.
See, we don't get sirens up in the country.
No, you don't. It's just silence out there. But you've got a puppy to make up the noise, so
Oh yeah, she's found her voice now. Trust me.
Oh, I bet she has. So
every time you tell her off, she just growl at you.
Oh really? Oh dear.
Yeah.
So, what is the topic for today, Chris?
We are talking about consoles, past consoles, present consoles, and the next gen, and what we can expect for the future.
Awesome.
Well, what we can guess.
I'm looking forward to this one. So, obviously, we're not going to go through every console. Just like last time, we didn't go through every first-person shooter. And I know last time didn't mention Halo, and didn't mention GoldenEye. Maybe we'll come to those today. But so it's just our personal experiences with first-person shooters last week, and this time, just our personal experiences, memories of consoles we loved, and what we're looking for from, I guess, the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, Xbox One X, or whatever.
I think as the guest,
I agree.
John, what is your first memory of console gaming?
Yeah.
Dreamcast.
Oh, dude.
My one of my dad's friends, his son had a Dreamcast, and I was quite old compared to most people when they got their first console, because my first console was the PS2, which I bought myself, which I'm kind of proud about. But Dreamcast. I can remember the game. It was a snowboarding game of some sort.
Oh, I think I know what you're on about.
It was almost like Pokemon Digimon characters, not the actual Pokemon, like the people. They look like Ash Ketchum. But it was based around snowboarding and skiing. I was terrible at it. I didn't come into my flair as a gamer until later on in my teen years.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a start. I love the Dreamcast. I was hoping we'd mention the Dreamcast at some point. That was a tremendous system when that came out. Unfortunately, due to Sega's past, it ended up dying. But it still to this day is one of my favorite consoles. I absolutely love the Dreamcast.
Well, I like it for the fact that they were so ahead of their... If they bought, with the technology we've got now, if they bought out the Dreamcast again with all the attachments and like the gun and the steering wheels and all of that sort of stuff, it would be a kick-ass console.
It really would.
Almost VR. That's where VR is going. For
sure. Yeah, I've got some wonderful memories of Dreamcast. Like so many hours in Resident Evil, Code Veronica, and Crazy Taxi 2.
I love that game.
So much fun.
That was a good game.
I remember that game. I remember the Dreamcast. Someone brought it into sixth form at the time, and I was just blown away. I thought it was amazing. It was absolutely incredible. Playing Crazy Taxi 2 in the break room was my first memory of the Dreamcast anyway. But Chris, what was your first game console memory? What was that? What was yours? I think we probably talked about it before.
Console, no, last time we talked about what console I had first.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
My first console memory is one of my cousins had a Mega Drive.
Oh, awesome.
And I cannot, for the life of me, tell you what game I was playing.
What happened in it? Can you remember?
That's over like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Oh, the Mega Drive.
But, I remember every time, because obviously when we were younger, and most of my family used to live a lot closer.
Mm-hmm.
We would go round to at least one of them at least one time a week just to catch up and whatever. And every time I'll be like, oh, not there. And when it came to my cousin's house, he had the Mega Drive. I was like, yes, let's go there. Let's go there.
Let's play some Robocop versus Terminator. Let's do it.
I believe it was some kind of 2D platformer, but I can't for the life of me remember what game it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember that I loved it.
Yeah, the Mega Drive was so amazing when it came out. And just so many incredible games on it. Did you play much Mega Drive, either of you, since then, or?
Only when I went to my cousin's house. That was it.
Oh, cool. Okay, so that was like your only experience with it. Yeah, I've got really, really fond memories of the Mega Drive.
I remember it, so it's something must have been good because it stuck with me.
Yeah. That was a great console, and the good thing about the Mega Drive is getting the now you can get all of the collections and stuff. You can get like the Genesis collection, the Mega Drive collections and stuff for PS4 and Xbox, and you can still relive those games. And I think they brought out a mini console now, haven't they? As well.
I'm literally just looking at Mega Drives on.
He's on Google right now.
And you can pick up Sega Mega Drive 2 console only is $29.95.
That's not bad, and the Mega Drive 2 is really good as well, actually.
I do have fond memories of the Dreamcast as well. That was good.
Yeah, the Dreamcast, wonderful, man, really good. What memories have you got of the Dreamcast?
Again, long time ago, but they've stuck with me, so I know it's good. I know I had fun. Couldn't tell you what game I was playing.
Yeah, okay.
Who made the Dreamcast?
Sega.
It's Sega again.
Yeah, it was the last Sega console. And probably their best.
Your first memory then, Durs?
My first...
C64?
Well, I was going to... I talk about this. I feel like I talk about the C64 every time we do a show. So I was like, well, that was a computer, technically. So I was going to kind of be like, that was a computer. So ignoring the computer, the first console memories I have is Christmas, and I got the NES, the original Nintendo, and my brother got a Master System. So... We both.
I didn't actually know you had a brother.
yeah, I have a brother, and he had a Master System,
older or younger?
Which I now have. I have his Master System now. So.
Is he older or younger?
Younger. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not relevant. I just no idea you had a brother.
Yeah, I've got a younger brother. He got the Master System 2, and I got the original NES. So that was just amazing. Playing. It's one of those things now where consoles have come so far and gaming's come so far, but playing Super Mario Brothers the first time round and just seeing everything scrolling and just the size of the levels and everything on NES was just mind blowing at the time. And I was quite a few years late to the party of the NES party, we got it when it was cheaper, but I don't remember playing a console anywhere else before that. I'm sure I probably did, but my first memories of a console would be the NES and the Master System 2 at my that Christmas when I was a kid. But
you know what? A lot of people are going to hate this because I know Mario's like a big thing, and I know you and Dad did a Mario and Sonic.
We did a Mario versus Sonic episode. Yeah.
The only actual Mario game I've ever played is Mario Kart. That is it.
Well, that's a tremendous game. Which version of Mario Kart?
The original Mario's and all the spin-offs and that, I've never played them because obviously I've never really had that many. I had a Nintendo DS and I've had a Nintendo Wii. That's about it.
Yeah.
I have had no other apart from Game Boy Nintendo? Yeah.
Game Boy's Nintendo.
Obviously I had Game Boys, but I've never really had a Nintendo console.
I've only ever had a Game Boy. I had a Game Boy Color, and I got that when I was 15.
Love the Game Boy Color.
Because I'd never owned a Game Boy, and he said you have to own a Game Boy.
Yeah.
So
the Game Boy is integral to everyone's childhood, I feel.
Yeah,
I had the original Game Boy, not the Game Boy Color, the Game Boy.
I've still got mine. I've got the
Game Boy.
I also had a special edition Pikachu Game Boy Color.
Nice.
Which I only sold a few years ago. And
you
when
got
I
a reasonable amount for it.
I had about 40 quid, and I sold it for near enough 200.
I was going to say that Pikachu edition is worth a bit, so I'm glad you got some money for that.
Oh yeah, I got like I think it's like 198 or something like that.
That's fair. I thought you were going to tell me like you got 10 quid for it or something. I was just going to cry.
Oh no. So back when I lived in Bristol, obviously I had a game shop just down the road from my house. Like literally about 2 minutes.
I know that story's great.
Yeah. I went in there and they were the normal Game Boy Colors were they were selling them for about 60, and
Right.
I got my Pikachu Special Edition one with Pokemon Yellow in its original box. Got about
Nice.
198 for the Game Boy,
Mhm.
and the original Pokemon Yellow in its original box. I got 80 quid for that
I was
as
going to
well.
say that's boxed. That's pretty impressive. Yeah, Pokemon games. Some of those are really expensive now. If you wanted to collect them today.
I've still got I've got Fire Red. No, not Fire Red. I've got Pokemon Red, Pokemon Blue, in their original boxes with the books and all.
The
I still
Pokemon
have-
Red, I think, particularly is quite a difficult one to find. There's a lot of repros online, but if you to find an original Pokemon Red, especially boxed and with a manual, I'd imagine that goes for a reasonable amount these days. Not that you would sell such a thing, because it's probably my favorite Pokemon. Actually, I think Pokemon Red. I think Pokemon
Yeah,
Red is just amazing.
they're back at my dad's house.
Mm.
But yeah, we've still got the original boxes because
Nice.
we kept the boxes for everything in case we sold anything on. It's worth more with the box.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
But actually, Pokemon Blue is harder to find because it wasn't as popular as Pokemon Red.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah. Everyone wanted, obviously, because it's got Charizard on. Everyone liked Charizard was like the go-to Pokemon.
Well, who doesn't love dragons?
Exactly. So that's why Pokemon Blue didn't sell as well, and it wasn't as popular.
Did
So
it just have? Well, what was on the front of that one? Was that just Squirtle or something?
Blastoise.
Oh, Blastoise. Cool.
But yeah, actually, Pokemon Red is more. It's easier to find than a copy of Pokemon Blue.
Yeah, interesting. But you've got both anyway, so it's not.
Oh yeah,
it's not a
I've also
problem.
got Pokemon. I've also got Pokemon Yellow in its box with the manual and with the collector's edition Pikachu shiny card that came with it.
Amazing. That's a really nice collection, dude. You should get that displayed somewhere.
I need to get it back from Bristol first.
Yeah. Well, it's Christmas is coming up. Are you visiting?
Not in the state the world is at the moment, mate.
Well, yeah. They seem to be letting people go everywhere they want for like 4 days, and then we'll just be paying for it all of next year. It's going to be great.
Yeah, well, the good thing with obviously me and John, he's come up quite a few times. So
Mm-hmm.
he's in our bubble, and he doesn't. You don't really see anyone, do you? Outside of your mum.
I go to work. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I'm the same, man. I work from home as well, so I literally just don't see anyone.
Yeah.
My bubble is just tiny, and we don't see anybody. But yeah. So, John, you mentioned the PS2,
Yeah.
an amazing console.
Actually, there's a big reason why it did so well, and I was watching a video the other day and I learned it. The
DVD
reason
player.
it did so, yeah, it was a DVD player, and it was cheaper to buy a PS2 than it was to buy a DVD player.
Outside of my PC, the PS2 was my first DVD player.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was. Yeah. The PS2 though, just I think I've said this before to Chris, and because Chris, you had a PS2 as well, didn't you?
Oh, I loved my PS2.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait for you to finish your story because I want to mention some of my favourite games. But
We can talk about the PS. We could turn this into a PS2 episode right now if you want to talk about PS2 games. But for me, and I know I said this on the on a previous episode with Daz, but for me, whenever I think PS2, I just think horror games. Like some of the best horror games ever made came out on the PS2. It's like a horror box. It's great.
See,
mine's it's Forbidden Siren.
Oh, I love that game. It's a great
I
game.
haven't heard of that.
You can get it on the PS4 site. It's one of the. I think it was a PS2 game.
Yeah, it was
I
PS2. I think exclusive to PS2 actually.
Yeah, it was. It was all in. It's kind of almost a Silent Hill sort of thing.
Yeah,
All right.
But it came out. Did it come out before Silent Hill?
No, I think it was after.
It was after.
No, because there was a Silent Hill on
But-
PlayStation 1.
I'm pretty sure, if I remember, for the original Forbidden Siren, it got like banned in the UK, so it was really difficult to get a copy of it. But now they've released it online. But yeah, like I had to be like 10 years old when that came out, like maybe younger,
Yeah.
and I had nightmares from that game.
I'll tell you a game that will give you nightmares on the PS2 is any of the Project Zero games, or Fatal Frame, as they're called.
Yeah.
Right.
Elsewhere. Oh my god, those games are terrifying.
YouTube I watched is been streaming Fatal Frame recently, and it's such a good game though.
It still holds up for the most part.
Yeah.
I think Fatal Frame 2 is probably my favourite of the PlayStation 2 trilogy. They're terrifying. Even when I play them today, if I play them with the lights off, even with the PS2 graphics, it still will make me unsettled. It's great.
See, I'm not good at horror games because when I was around my friend's house, we were playing Outlast.
Oh god.
In VR.
If you're not good with horror games and you're playing Outlast in VR, you must have nearly had a heart attack.
The neighbours knocked at the door because I was screaming. We actually had them come to the door, like, "Are you all right?" I was like, "Yes, I just played video games." They were like, "For fuck's sake!"
That game is actually terrifying.
But yeah, and back to the PS2.
Yeah, back to this. Stick with PS2 for now.
I will happily say, the PS2 is home to some of the best Star Wars games that have ever come out.
Oh, you're going to bring up Bounty Hunter again. I can feel it.
Yes, I am. Star Wars Bounty Hunter, my favourite Star Wars game.
You missed
so good.
You missed one.
What?
Battlefront 2.
It was Knights of the Old Republic on PS2.
I think it was.
I thought that was Xbox.
Yeah, I think
it might be PS2. They might have done. I remember it. I had it on PC.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
We've got a tablet with Google up, so we're going to Google it.
There we go. We can find out.
The Bounty Hunter, as I've talked about before, you play as Jango Fett.
Yeah.
You get to fly around, jetpack, double laser pistols, and it's just the best game. Also, as you said, the original Battlefront 2, not the Battlefront 2. Because technically that's Battlefront 6.
Battlefront 2 was so much fun.
I
always remember it just blew my mind, the level with the space battle where you could fly the X-wing around, land in the docking bay, get out, shoot. It was just so much fun. So much fun.
Was it the first or second one that you could play as the jet trooper on the clones? I think that's the second one.
I think it's the second one, because I think the space battle is the second one as well, if I remember rightly.
But yeah, also Star Wars Lego, that was absolutely amazing. So good.
I had no idea how addicted you were to Star Wars Lego until the other day. We were talking about it on the show. I had no idea. And there is a new version coming out, man.
It's just so stupid and funny.
Yeah.
You're running around the Star Wars universe as a Lego character. What is there not to like?
Yeah, exactly.
I 100%ed that game twice. I deleted my save file and did it again.
It's amazing. And there's a new version coming out, so you're going to have to get ready for that.
I did have the original trilogy for PS4, but they've overcomplicated it.
Oh, that's a shame.
It kind of ruined it for me, because it's like, do this for this action, this for this action. It's not just jump, shoot, swing your lightsaber, whatever. They put so much stuff into it that it kind of ruined the simplicity of it.
Oh, that's a shame.
It was so simple yet so fun because how ridiculous it was, and they've overcomplicated it and just ruined it in my eyes.
Oh, that's a shame. Did we get confirmation on whether Knights of the Old Republic came out on PS2?
Knights of the Old Republic, it didn't come out on PS2. I'm guessing where I played it, it came out on Windows.
Yeah, it did.
PC.
That's how I owned it.
I was able to plug my PS2 controller into my.
Of course, so you had like a PS2-ish experience.
Yeah, so that's probably why I played it with a controller. So I can't play games on keyboard.
Oh, fair enough.
I have to have a controller.
It's funny because I grew up with a Commodore 64. I'm used to playing a lot of games on keyboard. It's kind of like, it's fine. But Knights of the Old Republic, amazing game.
I actually tried for the first time because obviously I'm on a PS4.
Yeah.
Well, I plugged a keyboard and mouse in because obviously I used that when we were playing Minecraft. Yes. And I was like, I'll give Call of Duty a go with keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
And holy shit, that I cannot. I'm so used to controller, the keyboard and mouse. I was just like, what? I could do everything with a mouse fine, like aim, shoot, scope.
The mouse is the main thing, because with the mouse you've got 1-to-1 reaction, and the accuracy is so much better with a mouse than it is with a controller. Yeah. What you need is one of those, because you were looking at one of those weird keyboard controller things the other day, weren't you?
Yes. Yeah.
And I think that might be the way to go for you.
Yeah. See, the problem I have with the keyboard is when I binded all the keys to where I could like move by hand,
Yeah.
but I kept, because on controller it's like it's programmed into my head. I've been playing it for years.
Yeah.
I can do it without looking. I kept forgetting like one's reload, one's crouch, one's sprint, one's throw tactical grenade, one's throw lethal grenade, one's change weapon. And I just get confused, and I ended up just sort of trying to run, but running forwards, crouching up and down by accident, and then accidentally trying to throw a grenade and blowing myself up.
Oh no. See, I have that I have the opposite problem to you. So I'm used to using controllers. I have no problem with controllers for almost any game. But first person shooters, I am like, it's inbuilt in me to use a keyboard and mouse for first person shooters. And if I try doing console first person shooters, I get really frustrated because I cannot aim anywhere near as well as I can with a mouse. So I always struggle with a controller with first person shooters. But it's really funny because most people play them that way.
Durs, you know what has to happen now?
What?
Seeing as though Call of Duty is definitely cross-platform,
It is.
a private match, 1v1, keyboard and mouse versus controller.
Let's do it. I'm up for that. That sounds fun.
I will give you both the heads up. Adding each other on the cross-platform thing is really difficult.
We have had this problem with Minecraft, and we did conquer it eventually. It took us a day.
Activision just doesn't like talking to other consoles. It will work, but you got to be persistent.
Yeah, so we got it working in the end, and it worked okay, but it took a long time, I remember.
Yeah, actually, talking about Minecraft, we still have one more video to put up, don't we?
We do. Do you know, funny enough, I was going through my files the other day, and I was like, I still haven't edited that. We have a Minecraft episode there. I will get on that. We need to continue that series.
You're going to have a nice surprise next time we both log onto the server.
I'm guessing it's...
Because you know I said I was going to make that big wizard tower?
Yes.
I did it.
Oh, wow. I can't wait to see it.
I also have made an underwater base, which is completely glass, which took me ages.
It's a real pain in the ass, isn't it? You need the water breathing. Without water breathing, it's just impossible.
Yeah, it is constantly going up and down. But
I'm dealing with sand as well.
I made the entire shell of the base out of glass, so you can see. But when you do that, there's still water inside.
Yep.
So you have to you have to fill the entire base full of blocks and get rid of them, and then that gets rid of the water.
Yeah. So we did it the other way. We built under the ground, and then dug up to the water. So we built under the water, but underground, and then lowered the ground down to where the base was.
Oh, also, next time you log into Minecraft, because I have spent probably about 60 hours doing
I'm looking
stuff
forward to seeing
on
what you've
server.
done.
I have a full set of netherite armor for both of us.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we'll have to get back to that. Get back to that soon.
Yeah, John, you've got Minecraft on PS4, don't you?
Yeah.
You could jump in. You could jump into our server.
Cool.
We could do that. Let's do that sometime soon. That sounds fun.
I did the video for Minecraft.
Yeah, you with
taught how to
Tyler,
play it.
yeah.
Taught how to play it by a 10-year-old.
Oh yes, I saw that video. That was great. Just completely clueless. I mean, it is one of those it's one of those games though. If you just jump in now, it's so much more complicated. When I started, it was in beta, and it was way more simple. And even when I joined Chris now, I was like, oh my god, there's so much more new stuff.
Yeah, because I was a tester for it, so I actually got a free version in the alpha.
Nice.
And I was a paid tester for the Minecraft game. So that was really cool.
Yeah, but it was so much more simple back then, wasn't it? And now you've got all these potions, and it's like, what is going on? There's just so much stuff. I was kind of blown away when I joined you on the server recently. Just I was like, wow, because I haven't played it for about 4 years. And it was just, it was crazy.
That first episode of me and you was so fun, though. Especially when we actually got it to work, and you just showed up in my world. I'm like, yes, Durs is here.
It was so frustrating getting the cross-platform working. Which brings us to a good topic, actually. Cross-platform. I mean, back in the day, you either had a Nintendo or a Mega Drive. You had the SNES and the Mega Drive, and then you had the the Dreamcast, N64, PlayStation, Xbox. Just I used to wish so bad that we could get some kind of cross-platform. Once we got to that the later stages where the internet started getting involved and you could do stuff online, I was like, why can't we just have cross-platform? It's been so much fun, but we're finally getting there. I think we're finally getting there now.
Well, obviously, Minecraft and Call of Duty and Fortnite, stuff like that, they're all cross-platform, so we're getting.
It's just strange that more games aren't doing it. And I guess that actually could lead us on to our hopes for the next generation, I guess.
Well, there's one of the reasons that some games won't do cross-platform is because they've obviously signed contracts like their Xbox exclusive.
Oh yeah, exclusives I get. Yeah.
And they've signed those contracts, so even if they probably want to go cross-platform, but they've signed a contract before, obviously, the cross-platform started happening.
Yeah.
So they can't break it.
But it's something we can hope for from the new consoles and new games going forward. Because I want to do that. It sounds fun. Cross-platform.
I'm looking forward to many, many hours of playing cross-platform games with you and making hilarious content.
I agree. It's going to be fun. It's going to be good.
Especially if we do Warzone, because I will tell you now, I'm alright-ish. I know I came 11th out of 150.
That's pretty good.
But I'm still very bad at the game.
Well, I've never played it, so
Okay, good. I'll look good then. I'll look good. Don't worry.
I have played a lot of. I've played a lot of first-person shooters, but I haven't played Warzone, so I will download it and give it a go.
Well, let me know when it's downloaded, and we will attempt to do a Warzone.
The one I'd say about cross-platform, it hurts me a little bit to say it because I am a PlayStation fanboy. But the reason that cross-platform's taken such a long time to come around is even when it was possible, it was PlayStation not signing off on it.
Yeah. Sony are dicks.
Yeah, well, you can kind of see why because Microsoft. Totally. Microsoft had their fingers in the pie with computer gaming already.
Yeah.
So if some of their players are playing on PC, they're still kind of making their money off of it.
Absolutely.
But Sony wouldn't.
And there goes any future sponsorship by Sony.
I'm sure they were going to sponsor us with our 12 listeners. Yes, that was definitely going to happen. We were just almost there.
Durs, I'm hopeful.
Oh no, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. They also PlayStation were also awful with the modding thing. It took them ages to allow mods as well for games. It's another thing that Sony did. But I do love me some PlayStation. PS1 I've got some really fond memories of. But PS2, man, like we said, PS2 was
yeah, I know I mentioned Star Wars Bounty Hunter, but I forgot to mention one of my other all-time favourite games from the PS2.
Oh, go on.
Need for Speed Most Wanted. That game was amazing.
Yeah. Was that the first one that had the police in it properly?
I think Underground had
the original Hot Pursuit.
Oh, of course.
I remember playing Hot Pursuit on the PS1. Looking back on it, those graphics were shit. But at the time, it was amazing.
At the time, the PS1 was mind-blowing at the time. I remember playing Resident Evil and just being oh my god.
By far, out of all the Need for Speed games, because I've got the latest one, Heat, and you've got that as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's a good game. The graphics are amazing. The car physics are amazing. Customization is amazing. But by far, storyline-wise and enjoyability... Is enjoyability a word?
Yeah, it is now.
Okay. But yeah, the pure enjoyment factor, that's what I meant to say, Need for Speed Most Wanted on the PS2 was by far the best. Working up the blacklist, doing the bounties, the police chases, because in the new one, you hit a car and it doesn't go flying like it did in Need for Speed Most Wanted. Need for Speed is supposed to be stupid, funny.
That's the thing, isn't it? That's
High Octane, the newest one, is too realistic. It's like your Need for Speed, just supposed to be fun, not realistic.
yeah, I agree.
I'll get Gran
That's
Turismo if I want realistic.
absolutely, and that's exactly my thought when I
Sorry, I
played.
just went on a massive rant.
No, you're totally right, and you've hit on something that I have thought for a long time. It's one of the reasons that I've gone off the Need for Speed series, because Need for Speed 2 was the first Need for Speed game I played, and it was silly fun, and your car could go, flying, and you could do cheats to play as like buses and all sorts of nonsense, and it was just fun. It was fun, and then they got more and more realistic, and the more realistic it got, the less interested I was with it, to be honest. And I like realistic car driving games.
The one you can stand by, and you know that they're always going to be silly, is Burnout.
Oh, Burnout!
If you want carnage, Burnout has got you covered.
Now there's a PS2 starting series. Burnout was incredible. Oh my god, the amount of hours I played just crashing cars in Burnout and Burnout 2 on the PS2.
You just had to.
Yeah.
Like when you got a new car, you were just like, right, you weren't even worried about completing the first race in it. You were just like, I'm going to see how badly I can mess this car up.
And then when they added the crash the crash mechanic, where there's literally a game now where you just crash cars and you just try and crash as many cars as you can and cause as much damage. It's just amazing, so much fun. But yeah, those games.
PS2 games. Another one that I still think is the best in the series so far. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. That so much better than GTA 5.
A lot of people still hold San Andreas as the best GTA game, and I'm inclined to agree. There's something about Vice City. There's something about Vice City that I just adore. But San Andreas is probably the best one.
I get that, but the reason why I say San Andreas is the best, GTA 5 is trying to do too much.
Yeah,
it's got that split story. It's got that split storyline. It's got too much going on. It's like, oh, you can have a drug warehouse, counterfeit stuff.
Yeah,
it's trying to do too much.
They've done a Saints Row.
Yeah.
They're throwing as much shit at the wall and just seeing what sticks.
San Andreas, because I know it was 2-player, but it wasn't online.
Yeah, it was all on the same screen, effectively, wasn't it?
The map is actually technically smaller than the one in GTA 5, but it feels bigger because it's not all like most of it in GTA 5 is like massive highways that just go from point A to point B. San Andreas, you've got all the different blocks, you've got the ghettos, the storyline. You can relate to CJ.
Yeah,
sort of because the storyline's like he's struggling and he becomes a gangster, and you can get with that. GTA 5, it's like, oh, I'm a rich retired gangster. I've already got this street cred. Go out. It's like, no, you can't. I know you're not supposed to relate in GTA 5 because it's about stealing cars and shooting hookers in the neck.
I can remember the summer, Chris, when you became a ghetto gangster.
Remember that summer? All those drive-bys you did that summer. San Andreas was such a good game, and I remember the features they added in San Andreas were, and the thing I like about it was all stuff you could ignore. And with GTA 5, it's like you've got to do a load of stuff, and it's like, I don't want to do half of this stuff. Like with San Andreas, I just liked that it's like, if I want, I can just go to like Cluckenbell or whatever it's called and just get really fat. If I want, I can do that, or I could just ignore it and just not bother. I can go to the gym and get really buff, or I could just ignore it and not bother. Like I'm not forced to do anything. I don't have to worry about it. It was just so much fun, and you're never going to beat the jetpack. You're never going to beat it.
Wasn't this also one of the first GTA games that you don't instantly die when you go in water?
Yeah, it was the first one you could swim in, I think.
Yeah, because GTA 3, you jumped in the water, you died.
And I'm pretty sure even in Vice City you died. You could be in a boat, but I think if you got in the water, you died.
Yeah.
I think. It's been a long time since I played that game.
I think Vice City you could swim.
You could swim in Vice City?
Maybe. You might be able to. And then, of course, the push bikes, which I never thought I'd actually want a pedal bike in a game of GTA, but I had so much fun with those.
On push bikes.
Yeah.
So obviously, I always played Vice City 2-player at my cousin's house.
Oh, nice.
No, San Andreas. Sorry, at my cousin's house because he had it and we didn't. We did get it eventually, but I always used to play at his house, and it was so funny because the bikes we always used to put in the cheat code for the 100-foot bunny hop on the bikes.
Yeah.
So would both be riding BMXs, and then just bunny hop over buildings. It was so fucking hilarious.
That cheat, it worked in cars as well.
Did it?
There was a cheat for
Get
cars.
me a PlayStation 2 with San Andreas right now.
You could make the cars jump because obviously the mechanics there for the bike. But it was you press the horn and it would literally bounce the car.
The cars had hydraulics anyway, didn't they? In San Andreas.
Yeah. You could upgrade the lowriders.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing. I didn't know you could do that. That's great.
We need to get a PS2 this instant and play San Andreas.
You should. I've still got my copy of San Andreas upstairs. I might go play it.
How many yours?
Yeah, come to mine. It's a bit of a trek for you guys, but if you want to come over and use my PS2, you can.
You won't ever get us to leave.
Yeah. You might not be able to. We're in tier 3 now, so if you come down, you're stuck.
Right. Yeah. Hey, we're in tier 1, 2.
Well, you're in the middle of nowhere, so you know.
Yeah, true.
Oh man, PS2 memories.
Now, what are your expectations, or what do you hope the next gen consoles will bring us?
Oh, well, I've had this feeling for a long time that consoles are the jump is getting less and less, right? I feel like you went from 8-bit to 16-bit. That was a massive jump, and then we got into 3D, which was a huge jump, and then through the early stages, when you even look at just the PlayStation, like PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 2 was a massive jump, huge. PlayStation 2 to PlayStation 3, a little bit less, but still quite a big jump. 3 to 4 initially couldn't really tell any bloody difference between the games until later.
The one thing I was, because of the jumps, I don't know if you guys have seen the new Unreal Engine.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It doesn't work on polygons anymore. It works on, I think it's called micro polygons.
It's like literally, it's basically what they're using for film sets now. Yeah,
they don't have to, in a way, they don't have to use building blocks anymore. You can scan the image in.
Yeah. It is honestly, and this was what I was going to say, I was expecting the same, where it's getting less and less, and I saw that trailer where they showed all of that, and I was like, oh my god, that is amazing. It's like photorealistic.
Yeah. Also have to say, the PS3 to PS4, graphically and like gameplay wise, not much of a jump.
Not immediately. I think it did eventually. It did eventually get there.
But since they've actually brought out and they're working on VR more.
Oh yeah.
If you take that into consideration,
it's big. Yeah.
Yes, that is it's a big jump. It came a bit later than the actual console was released, but it's a big jump because I remember the first time I ever played something in VR at my friend Sully's house, and he's probably listening. So hi Sully. But yeah, playing VR for the first time, it actually does like mess with your head a bit because I was playing a game where you had to jump over a cliff, and I was physically just not going forwards because I thought there was I'm
gonna die. yeah.
So I really want to get VR and start recording some more VR stuff. Well, I mean, some more. I haven't recorded any VR stuff, but I really want to do it because it is so fun and it's so much more immersive.
But yeah, I think that as you said, that photorealism that they've got now, and I think more, which they started doing in the the last generation, but I'd like to see more of it, is that kind of dynamic movement by the characters. You know, when you're in third person and you go near a wall and the player touches the wall, just instinctively they touch stuff or they knock stuff over, or all of that kind of stuff. I just hope we see more of that.
More real.
Yeah, Shadow the Tomb did that. Like,
I'm playing that at the moment.
Yeah, and like, she will respond to the actual environment around her a lot more.
Yeah.
Like, if she walks next to a wall, it's not like the old Tomb Raider where you just walk
into the wall, yeah.
Yeah, you just keep walking on the spot.
Sorry, when you say old Tomb Raider, the first thing that comes to my mind is the fucking pyramid tits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was Tomb Raider.
that was the pinnacle, and you could only jump in straight lines.
Do you know
she started to jump?
She legit at the time became a massive sex symbol. And like, but not like an actress dressed up or someone cosplaying as Lara Croft, but the actual awful pixelated Lara Croft.
Because there was that.
Durs, at the time, that was the best porn you could get.
Well, I guess so.
Not only that, you had that. There was that massive rumor when number 2 came out that if you did certain things in the mansion, all of her clothes would come off.
Right.
But it was a kind of a cheat that the programmers put in themselves.
Right.
And the clothes don't come off. Lara Croft explodes.
Amazing.
So technically, her clothes come off, but
so do her limbs.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about this before because we talked about the original, Minecraft then, original Lara Croft before.
We did probably, yeah. Because the only thing I know you could do in the mansion was
lock the butler in the freezer.
That's exactly what I was going to say. That's the only thing I ever did in the mansion was just lock the butler in the freezer.
Yep.
The way that he kind of groaned gave me nightmares.
He's also like omnipresent. Like he just follows you everywhere. He's like some nightmarish Terminator thing.
It's
it
like
just
what's that Hideo Kojima game? The Silent Hill P something.
PT, wasn't it?
PT. Yeah. They hacked it and they found out the ghost was always right behind you.
Nice,
it's
just
like
waiting.
That's just the butler from Lara Croft. Every time you turn around, he's there.
Yeah, it's just always there. He's always there. But yeah, I always used to lock him in the fridge.
Oh, do you know what the stupidest thing I ever believed to do with Lara Croft?
Let's do that. Go on, go for it.
Right, well, obviously, when I was younger, playing the first Lara Croft, first Tomb Raider game.
Yeah.
When you dive in the pool and get out and she was dry.
Mm-hmm.
And I turned to my uncle. It was his PlayStation, his game. And I was like, "How was she dry straight away?" The stupidest thing I ever believed. He was like, "Oh, you learn to do that when you're older," and I fucking believed that.
Imagine if you could do that.
I believed that you could teach yourself to be instantly dry when you get out of water.
That would be some superpower.
Yeah, thinking back now, that's a stupid thing to believe. But I was probably about like 8.
It's funny the things you believe. Did you believe anything like, you know, like you just said with the Lara Croft and her clothes coming off if you put a code in? Were there any of those like those school ground like playground bullshit that like people say about games and they're like, oh, if you do this you get secret level in Mortal Kombat 2 or you know something like that? Were there any of those that you ever believed or tried?
There's loads. I know there's loads for Mortal Kombat.
And most of them were bollocks, but we all tried them. Mortal Kombat 2 spent ages trying stuff that never was real.
I tried a lot of things in Spyro.
Oh, Spyro. Now there's a good game. Spyro was great.
I eventually did, me and my older brother did eventually 100% Spyro, the original one. Nice. But actually we 100% in all 3 of them.
Awesome.
But yeah, that was a lot of work. What were you saying, John?
The ones that I like are the ones where it's kind of if you do this, you're doing something that's kind of considered rude or naughty.
Yeah.
But it's the developers that have spread the rumor, like the Croft exploding, and then when you do it, it breaks the game.
Yeah.
For you, because you're trying to. It's the Cyborg one that came out. Something called Automata.
Yes, I know the game. I can't think of the name of it. Near or something like that.
If you try and look up her skirt too many times, she kind of swaps you away.
Okay.
But then if you keep doing it after she swatted you away, she you get an achievement for it.
Wow.
Fair enough.
And there's another one to do with the male character. If you like the characters in it have all, because they're cyborgs, they've all got self-destructs.
Right.
And if you blow him up, he comes back and he's only got like his underwear on.
Nice.
But you get an achievement if you don't redress him.
Just roll with it, man.
Yeah, if you basically get him running around in their terms naked, yeah, you get an achievement for it.
Right, Durs, you know a hell of a lot about games.
Oh, I don't know. I know a lot of useless crap.
There is one game that I had on PS1. I think we got it from like a garage sale or something. But everyone I've talked to since has never heard of it.
Oh, go on.
Crazy Ivan.
Dude, I own Crazy Ivan.
I
own Crazy Ivan on PC. I don't have it on PlayStation 1. I have it on PC. I love the dodgy Russian video intros, and I was a massive Mech Warrior fan.
It's like Mech Warfare.
It's Mech Warfare. It's like a budget Mech Warrior kind of thing. You
are the first person in 20 years that's heard of this game.
Dude, I've got it on my PC right now.
Not crazy. It exists.
It does exist, yeah. It was a first-person mech-based game, and you're sent into like arenas. You have to take down one big mech per level, or three per level. You go in, you have to take them down, and there's little things that spawn in, and you have to rescue the soldiers. You have to pick up all the soldiers.
There's every single person I've talked to about this game. They're like, "You're making that one."
Oh, it exists. I'm backing you up. It exists. I own it. It's real.
You heard it here. I Cousin Sin. Crazy Ivan exists.
I will post a screenshot of it later. I will boot it up.
Cut it into the podcast just to
all right.
Flash it.
I'll put some in right here. Just for Chris. Here is Crazy Ivan or Crazy Ivan. It does exist. It is a game. So, for all the people that are denying or doubting that Crazy Ivan exists, here it is. This is Crazy Ivan. But yeah, Crazy Ivan. Yeah, I didn't know it came out on PlayStation though. That's cool.
Yeah, I had it on PlayStation 1. It was
I had no idea.
Discs.
Yeah, I always remember that the FMV cutscenes are just dreadful. And her like introducing each mech.
Yeah, it was horrendous, but it was
so amazing at the time. Yeah, it was good at the time.
Did you ever have the dance mats for the PS1?
No, I never did. I never got into the dance stuff. Did you?
My dad bought it obviously when we were small to try and
get some exercise,
burn off some energy because we're hyper kids. And nothing's changed now. I'm a hyper adult, just with anxiety.
Yeah.
But thinking about it, because we've actually recently just got little Clara. She's 4, I think.
Uh-huh.
We got her the microphones for Just Sing.
Oh, nice.
Is it Just Sing? It's
Sing
something
Star.
like that. Sing Star, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just got her that, and it made me think about the dance mats.
Do you know my?
She loves fucking Disney, so she's gonna like be blasting out Disney with a microphone.
Of course, you're just gonna hear Frozen over and over again.
Yeah, luckily she lives about an hour away, so we're fine.
Oh, that's good. Do you know when
thinking about the dance mats? Because obviously we growing up, we had the biggest house out of everyone. Not like a very big house, just compared to other family members. So all the like Christmas parties, New Year's parties, birthdays, they were all held at ours.
Mm-hmm.
So we had the mats for me and my 30 cousins or something.
Yeah.
We'd all be on the dance mats, just taking it in turns, because it's something that can engage kids. And it just got me thinking about that. And I was like, well, I've talked to loads of people and they don't know about the dance mats for PS1.
I didn't have a dance mat. The used club I went to had one. We'd get that every now and again. But I can remember back, we must have been like 19, going over to Sully's and Just Dance with the to the Moscow song.
The Genghis Khan, Moscow.
Yeah.
Oh
yes.
my god.
That I have that song on my playlist still. I love
Amazing.
it.
Do you know a funny thing? You've
Drunk Beat Saber.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that would be so much fun. Beat
It
Saber's
was.
awesome. Do you know, funny, years ago, I tried doing a podcast, like, probably, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. And when I first started doing it, I used, through my PC, I used SingStar microphones. Because they were I had them around, and they're actually really good microphones. They're actually really good.
Silence.
Yeah, sorry. I thought you guys got cut off. Then I was like, "What's going on? It's gone quiet."
No, we were listening to you, and then
I just stopped. Yeah, I just stopped mid sentence. Done. I'm done with that story.
I don't actually have much more to say. Do you?
No, well, I guess just about we were talking about. This is kind of cool. This has just turned into like a Chon Games icons chat. It's good.
The icons of Chon.
The icons of Chon. Yes, that sounds really wrong for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, it does.
So.
We'll edit that out.
Were there any other hopes? I'm not editing anything out. This is all going in. Are there any hopes for the PS5? Have any of you played? Have you played the PS5 or played the Xbox Series X? No, me either. Right. So hopes.
Potentially, we might both be getting one soon.
Oh
yeah. Well,
potentially.
I'm 99% sure I've got one coming.
Oh, that's good.
Somebody's sorting me out. A little bit of the hush hush deal. Nah, it's nothing. But yeah, it's. I just hope it's worth the hype.
Yeah, I think it will be. The controller alone is apparently incredible for the PS5.
From what I've seen of actual, obviously Durs, I'm a massive Dark Souls fan.
Oh yeah,
and
it looks beautiful. Demon's Souls looks amazing.
They've released Demon's Souls, and I've been watching some gameplay by the Fighting Cowboy, and graphically. And gameplay-wise, and how the movement is it just
looks
flows.
Incredible.
It looks so much better than any other Dark Souls game. Any Souls game. It just looks how you imagine it should look, and it moves so just fluently, and it's like this is it. This is it.
The one that I definitely want to see is obviously Sony and Xbox. They've worked on the controllers so much to make sure that controller has got so many different bits of technology in it, haptic feedback, but then
haptic feedback.
Yeah, something like, and there's no longer rumble motors. It's more like the vibration motors that are in your phones, so it can change how strong it vibrates. But they did that with the PlayStation 3. You had
they tried it. They didn't have the technology to properly do it.
Then they brought out the DualShock 4s, and they had a touchpad, and it wasn't the technology that didn't work. It's the game manufacturers just didn't put it into the games, so it died a death. Like the touchpad, I'd actually use that in games.
Yeah,
there's times when I'm thinking you could just have a swipe.
That actually comes in. The touchpad actually comes into use in Tomb Raider because if I've only played
on the menu.
Not even that. I've only played about 2 hours or so, but there's a bit where you need to when you go into a ruin, you need to wipe dust off this thing. You got to swipe the touchpad.
Yeah,
so it actually comes into use, and I really really like that.
Days Gone. You can use the menu with the sliding your finger across the touchpad, and I'm just
that's cool.
That's one of the last games to be released on this generation.
Yeah, Tomb Raider came out quite a bit before that. Yeah.
And it's taken this long for that bit of technology to be used. Like simple bit.
So in some ways, the controller was ahead of its time, but wasn't utilised properly. So
like if you've got the technology there to be used, game manufacturers should be doing it.
They get lazy though. Most big names like Fallout 76, for example. Fallout is a big franchise, and they kind of ruined it because they didn't put enough time into it.
It's Bethesda. Bethesda games are always broken.
Skyrim.
It's kind of the charm. It's like, oh, we got a new game for you. Is it finished? Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, it's Oh man, I did you ever think when you were like first saw your first console, or you first saw your first games, did you ever think we'd have graphics like we've got now? Just like
No.
I didn't think we'd get past 2D when I first started playing games.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit different, like, because obviously you're like the generation before us.
Old, yeah.
And then you've got us. And
You're not that much older than us, Durs.
Like,
No.
there's a generation after me and Chris now that are coming into like where we were 5 years ago with gaming.
There's some people that their first console is going to be the PS5,
Yeah.
and we're just like, get to the back of the line.
It's kind of like we were able to see massive leaps.
Yeah.
So even the CGI in movies was so terrible when we were growing up, but now kids are coming along and the jumps aren't that big.
No, they expect it.
They expect it. So it's kind of one of those. Do you see where I'm coming from?
Yeah,
absolutely.
I agree.
It's one of those, like, they're not going to have that
appreciation.
Not necessarily appreciation, more like amazement. Just the fact of, like, when we got a new console upgrade, it was a case of, wow, this, like, they did it with Lara Croft, Angel of Darkness.
Yeah.
I watched a making of video on it because it was actually on the game. If you went into extras, you could watch this like hour-long documentary, and they said
that's cool.
Because of the PS2's capability, you could have her doing like when she did a handstand, instead of her body just flopping over, the legs could move independently, her arms could move independently in certain ways. She could turn in certain ways on the sky, in the air, and it's like that was what 2 generations ago.
Yeah.
Like now,
yeah.
Now like every single joint in her body is programmed.
It's crazy.
Like, you can have,
and also I've been playing the newest Lara Croft lately. When you jump, if you miss time a jump and don't get the ledge you want and grab the ledge below, you actually get scuff marks on your arm. You get dirt comes on.
That's what Durs was saying about the being affected by the environment.
Yeah.
Honestly, they have come so far.
It sounds like a little thing, but it adds so much to that
just like
feeling.
A little scuff appears on your arm, you get a bit of dirt, it's like, oh, this is real. It's not just like a block monster just fucking firing itself at the wall.
It's the immersion. That's the reason why great titles, they have to make you feel like you're immersed in it. Like, Call of Duty, I do not get immersed in. It may look really realistic and that sort of thing. I can't get immersed.
I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty. I don't get immersed in it, but I just enjoy the fast-paced combat.
The Witcher, I get immersed in that because there's a lot of stuff to do, but it's stuff like if you take too many potions, your toxic level raises.
Yeah.
If you don't eat, your health doesn't go back up.
It's just the same with me in Dark Souls. It's got such a vivid backstory and lore, and the graphics, and every enemy moves different. If I'm playing Dark Souls, if you're trying to talk to me, I am not bloody listening.
and you've got like Minecraft.
I can get lost in Minecraft for hours, for days.
The on survival mode, like Minecraft graphics, they're nothing special.
They're Minecraft graphics. They're in their own section. That's Minecraft. That's what you get.
But the whole, like, you have to eat, you have to sleep. If you
need to drink, you need to...
If you put your controller down
you're fucked.
and walk away for 20 minutes,
you're fucked.
You come back and you're dead. Like, it's that immersion. And
Minecraft has a different kind of immersion. Though you're like Dark Souls. I'm immersed in the lore.
Yeah. And Witcher is the same.
Figuring out how different enemies move, what their attack patterns are. I'm immersed in the combat and the difficulty of the game. Minecraft, I'm immersed in building. I never build basic house. I've got to be like slightly artistic about it. It's got to look nice. You have to lighten up my area, planting trees, so I've got resources, farms. Durs, you know how I am about farming in Minecraft.
Yes, I do know.
Yeah,
you and your farms.
It's kind of like a simulator for me.
It's a life simulator, isn't it, of a sort?
Simulation. Inside a simulation. Inside another simulation.
Yeah.
So, any of you two have any suggestions for the next one?
Well, after PS5?
I meant the next podcast.
Oh, the next podcast. Sorry, I thought we were still talking. Yeah. No. Do you?
I would carry on going, but I really need the toilet.
Yeah. Oh no, that's cool. Not at the moment. Do you have anywhere you want to go with it?
John?
I'm not going to be here. So.
You can
Yeah,
suggest
you can
though.
still give suggestions.
I don't know really. I can't remember. Have you guys done a horror one yet? Horror title?
Me and Daz did, but we could do a horror one.
You guys did.
We could. I've got a few stories about Outlast and other horror games like Fear and stuff.
I can send you links for great like old school horror games. Basically,
Wait,
the
do you
PS1 catalog.
do you have a computer?
No.
See, when you do, you can also join us on
Yeah, man,
Skype.
for sure.
I got
Can you get Skype on your tablet?
yeah.
Join us. We could do a
Yeah.
horror one next time. All three of us.
Yeah.
I got my mic and that I can set up.
Right. So
Well, maybe
Horror-
we'll do that. Sounds good to
horror
me.
games, unless we come up with something else.
Yeah, no, horror games with all three of us sounds really good fun.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Awesome, guys. Well, I will let you go pee, Chris. And yeah, thanks, John. Thanks for coming on. And hopefully we'll speak to you next time and we'll cover horror. But yeah, this has been fun. It's been a nice chat again.
No, this has been really good. I like this one.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. And we will catch you next time.
Cheers, guys. Bye.
Yeah.